chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And when you go to market for a veteran quarterback, you want a guy who can come in, command respect, immediately become the starter, and Jesse, they think they found him.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how he's going to perform today. I know he was really excited about this opportunity, and David, he chose this situation specifically because he believed it gave him the best chance to compete for a national championship.
Turning it on! Picks up the first down. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll run the chain. First and 10 for the offense. They'll give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You've got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
The Hurricanes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Hurricanes have this offense rolling. Back to throw, it's Cherry. He's going to fire deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense. A lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Looking for a physical attack with the gun. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to that.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That's it, man, he's got room. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? The Sun Devils in the hurry up.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Complete downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Harris back to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And they stop him just short of the goal line. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third when you're trying to hand it off?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm looking.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
The Canes will punt this one away. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Let's think a second about Arizona State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Harris will throw. Got his man out of the backfield. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. Just keep slinging it. Rushes on him. It's caught. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down from the 36. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass. does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete to the left. Oh, out of space. Touchdown, King. And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it, unfortunately. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. You decided to go for it, we need to get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. Harris back to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Sun Devils decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. If you don't have to, picks up just a little bit of yards. And how about the O? They'll start this drive from the 42. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his big target. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence.
There you go. Big pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. My, 41 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. To the ground, he's got it again. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlock after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Scanning the field, it's Cherry. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Canes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking to get it in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. The lone back's got it. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. Harris will throw. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And after that long completion for their 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you have...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Sun Devils pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. The give to the tailback. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. They'll run it from the gun. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Harris back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen, and they swarm him under.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
And it's no good. He missed it. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Quick release by the QB. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The give out of the gun. A stopping hold maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Going right and going deep. He's got it inside the 30. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Handoff from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quick completion on the out route. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Harris will throw. Under fire. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. And the Sun Devils moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Offense gets set for second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. It'll be a draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires left. He makes the catch. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. Harris back to pass. Gets it to the back. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Got him in. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. to throw on third. Finds the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Right on target this time. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Got room to work. Makes a man miss. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. It's Cherry. Quick screen to the speedster line. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half.
The Hurricanes will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing in the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score. But you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
The He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the whole.
He uncorks one deep. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Takes it the other way.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking up the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this game.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man. It's Henderson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. New set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second.
It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run.
And that's the advantage. Having your dime personnel on the field, you've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Harris will throw. Hauls it in. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
It's complete to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Sun Devils are flying down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long. So that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down.
Now a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside the spot. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He's in open space downfield. An explosive play in the running game.
of scrimmage for some tempo.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Offense in the hurry up. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Cherry. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Miami! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
The quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quarterback stands alone, all the wide receivers. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got him, and nobody's broken. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Makes the catch. It's Washington. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Prime play action. Bringing the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Sun Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Motion from the wide receiver. On the run, it's Brown. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offenses.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the good news is after that 2nd pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the 2nd half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the 2nd half. You need your quarterback to play small.
Harris back to pass. Swings it out to the front. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Turning it on. That's the 30. He's at the touchdown carry. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it, but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. In this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives.
It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throwing right. Lost, the defense is wide open. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Sun Devils want to crank the tempo.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Slithers into space. It's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Arizona State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, that one obviously not how you draw it up. It didn't start off great. Bad ball security. Ball ends up on the floor. But how about Johnny on the spot being there to not just scoop it up, but then shows you the wheels and takes it all the way to the house. An explosive play touchdown. You may never see one like that again.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Working the middle is complete. For a fresh set of downs, he gets it to the 32.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Canes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs in the crowd.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Using his legs, it's Hodges. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
still running at the 35. There he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that was a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, put the ball away and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Sun Devils want to move quickly. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Harris will throw. Here's a heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them.
Ball's out. Who's going to get it? Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Turns it on in midfield. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found open space, the band might as well.
You got to be Johnny on the spot sometime. How about that? Guy fumbles the ball, but his teammate was very aware. He was able to scoop it up himself, take it in for a touchdown. Guys, they may want to put that play in their game plan next week.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Off the play fake. Unloads it left. Got his man. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do. And
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, running back on the move. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Canes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. There he goes! Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop. And you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Trying to escape and get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You gotta lock in with keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
It with his back. Brock's stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the 4th quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. The give on the inside. Got enough for the 1st. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's pulled down after a tough one. Gets it to the 6. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Here's the handoff. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more for that trip to the house.
Man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll run it to the right side. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. Harris back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. To the air on 1st down. Firing to the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive. He's productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute.
That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams. You're going to see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about them against a good opponent. They won the game. They took care of business. This was impressive today.
Yeah, it's making break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a two-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that. Every time you go into the booth, I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of